Notice Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 16 once again. It says there, by the abundance of your trading, you became filled with violence within, and you sinned. Now, what does that word trading mean? By the abundance of your trading, you were filled with violence, and you violence within, and you sinned. Well, we need to look at some other verses that use that same root Hebrew word. So let's look at a couple of statements in the Old Testament that use the same root as that word trading that is found in Ezekiel 28 verse 16. Go with me a little earlier in Ezekiel to chapter 22 and verse 9. Ezekiel 22 and verse 9. Remember, this is the same root word. And it says there, in you are men who what? Who slander. That's the same root word, by the way. Who slander to cause bloodshed. In you are those who eat on the mountains. In your midst, they commit lewdness. So notice, God says, in you are men who slander to cause bloodshed. That word slander is the same root word that is used for trading in Ezekiel 28 and verse 16. Notice another verse that uses the same root word. Leviticus 19 and verse 16. Leviticus 19 verse 16. It says there, you shall not go about as a talebearer. Interesting. The same root word. How is it translated? Talebearer. You shall not go about as a talebearer among your people, nor shall you take a stand against the life of your neighbor. I am the Lord. And so what did Lucifer do? It says that he began trading. He began to slander. He began telling tales, if you please. In fact, Jesus alluded to this in John 8, verse 44. If you go with me, John 8, verse 44. Jesus is speaking to the Jews who want to kill him. And he says, you are of your father the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of it. What is the devil? A liar. From when is he a liar? He is a liar from when? From the beginning, according to this text. Now you say, but Pastor, what does trading have to do with tale-bearing and with slander and with lying? Well, you know, we still use in modern English certain idiomatic expressions that show the meaning of this word. If somebody tells you something and you don't believe it, we often say, I don't buy that. Don't we say it? I don't buy that. Or you can't sell me that one, we say, because it's trying to trade in what? In lies. Now the question is, who did the devil lie to? The fact is that the book of Revelation tells us who he lied to. Go with me to Revelation 12 and verse 3. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 3. It's speaking about the dragon who represents Satan. It says his tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. What was it that threw the stars to the earth? His what? His tail. You say, now that's kind of strange. What do the stars represent? The stars, we're going to notice, represent angels. But why with the tail? The Bible has the explanation. Go with me to Isaiah 9 verses 15 and 16. Isaiah 9 verses 15 and 16. It says, the elder and honorable, he is the head. The prophet who teaches lies, he is what? The tail.